back, everybody. So today we're going to try Holiday Porter from Samuel Adams. I did pick this up in the winter variety box. Now this is a month out of date. I just picked it up, and if you want, go back and check out the chocolate Bach review. I go into a little rant there, but what I think breweries need to start doing is putting the best by date on the front of the box. On this one, you couldn't tell. And when I opened the box on one of the folds, it said the best by date on there. I mean, how is a customer supposed to know when these beers are out of date if you put everything inside? I'm sure if we start ripping open boxes and stuff like that, somebody's going to get mad. So I'm not going to rate it just like the chocolate Bach. If you want to, links down below. Go check it out on Untapped. So 5.8% ABV, 40 IBUs. I'm not saying that's high. Usually you don't think of porter stouts being that high in IBUs, but you do need to balance those roasted malts out some. So sometimes a porter or stout can have more IBUs than a IPA. And it's the reason I believe that you can't taste most of that is because of the roasted malts cut that out. Especially, you could also get some bitterness in there and thinking it's coming from the, say, chocolate malt or dark roasted malt, but it's actually coming from the hops. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get this thing open and see what we think about it, because I bought it and we might as well review it. What's this one say? Cheers. Go ahead and get it in here. There we go. 5.8 I think is a little high for a porter, in my opinion. I would like to see them a little lower, but that's just me. So we do have a head that's staying mocha colored head, small and medium bubbles, about a half finger of head on there. Nice ruby dark red in color, which is kind of weird. I thought the Bach was a little darker than what it should. I would almost switch these. This looks more like a Bach than a porter. I think it needs to be a little darker. I mean, you could say this is a red IPA or a red ale or something like that. I can see the light box through there. Lots of bubbles coming up. Let's go ahead and smell. Medium roast, maybe a little darker roast in there. It almost has that syrupy, malty caramelness as that Bach did. But it's almost like they're coming from the same recipe, like they just made a double batch and put some chocolate in one. Holiday porter, I'm not sure. You know, I think of spices during the holidays. I'm not sure what this is bringing to the table for a porter. I mean, it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell good, but holiday porter, maybe some ginger or something, you know, like that in here. But this smells like that Bach. Not as strong, not as syrupy, but it still has that roasted malt syrup smell. Let's go ahead and taste. I almost want to say like a black licorice. I have to look now. Okay. Maybe it's from the hops, but there is like a bitter a big bitterness. Like, it's very caramel, like dark caramel, syrupy, malty taste in there. But as it gets to the back, it's like that bitterness switches on. So yeah, forget black licorice. Um, I don't know if it almost tastes like it's coming from the malt, like a bitter chocolate malt or an over roasted malt that would give off bitterness in there. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Up front, it tastes like there's some spices in there, but they're just blah. Again, this is 6 months old, so with a month out of date. Why did I say 6 months? I was thinking of the other beer. It's a month out of date. Um, yeah, I don't I don't know who would enjoy this. I mean, for a porter, you could go 6 months out of date, and you should still be fine. Now, if it's a coffee porter, chocolate porter, yes, some of that might start to fade, but dark and robust. I think the bitterness is coming from the malt, and not the hop. And they shouldn't have. I don't know. I wouldn't have used bitter hop like this, or man, a bitter malt like this. But yeah, let's check out Untapped. Then if you want to see my score, go to Untapped and it'll be there. So 18 of my friends have had it, 3.71 out of 5. Everybody is 40,000 people, 3.35 out of 5. So if you like this review, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.